Hey guys, it's Riley the Flash, and today I have part 3 of the Nancy Drew Let's Play. This is The Haunting of Castle Malloy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go do the scale puzzle right away, since I have that solution here. And I can also check out one more thing in the nursery, which will be first since it's closer. Over here, there's the rocking horse, and I forgot to rock him, but you get a coin. Okay, now we'll go do the scale. So on the first scale, we have this one, and this one. And then we have these three. Good. And then the last scale is the last three that are left. And that's it is. Time. And this will be used by the gate. Now I think we have to go talk to Alan, I believe his name was, on the phone. Before Kit will give us the book we need to do the leprechaun puzzle.
Hello?
And we just have
Yes, hi. My name is
conversation with him
Nancy
about
Drew.
everything.
I'm calling from Castle Malloy. I'm Kyler Mallory's maid of honor.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his?
No, I'm afraid he's still at it. But if you have a second, could I ask you some questions?
It should be a minute or two before my ride gets here. What's on your mind?
We'll ask if he's heard anything
Did you see
strange
or
if he was
hear
at the castle.
anything strange while you were at Castle Malloy?
If you mean, did I get the impression that the castle was haunted or enchanted or anything like that? No. Frankly, I was too distracted by the strange human goings-on to pay much attention to anything else.
What do you mean?
I mean, for three people who purport to be friends, it seemed to me they did an inordinate amount of fighting. For instance, the evening before Matt disappeared, he and Kit had a terrible row. I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but they both sounded very angry. Furious, I dare say. In fact, the next time I saw Kit, he was sporting a black eye. And the next morning, Matt and Kyler had a go at each other. Nothing physical, mind you, and once again, I couldn't make out what was said, but I promise you, they were quite put out with each other. I was more than happy to bid the lot of them farewell, though I imagine I'll be returning to the castle before too long. Matt is bound to find his prank as tedious as everyone else does eventually. I must be off. Nancy, it was a pleasure venting to you. Hopefully before too long we shall meet in person. Cheers.
So that's all we get from Alan. And then we'll head back to the castle. And we can actually check out the gate and get this puzzle done. This is the puzzle here, and what you want it to look like, figure it out, is like this one over here. So, this one needs to be on the top. And then this one goes below it. I believe it's this one is in the corner. No. Yes.
It looks like a piece is missing.
There we go. That's not right there. So we need... Oh, this one's gonna go here. That's our problem. This doesn't line up here. So we need... This piece is here. This piece I believe is here. This one needs to get down to this corner, which will move it right away. Those two match there. Move this one. Just takes me a little while. And then you put the last piece in. And then you get another template there. And then back to inside the castle now. We'll have Kit and or not. No, not yet. At one point they get into an argument.
You have a lead? I'm pretty sure whoever caused me to swerve off the road dropped this. Looks like some kind of homemade doll.
The clothes. It looks like Matt. And that's his ring. What did the person who dropped this look like?
I didn't really get a good look. It was dark and I was distracted and it moved so fast. Frankly, I'm not even sure if what I saw was a person.
Denal, the caretaker. When we realized Matt was gone, straight away Denal claimed Matt had been kidnapped by fairies. Which is of course utterly ridiculous. It was probably Matt himself you saw, tricked out in some costume and leaving that doll behind just to confound us. Well, I do hope he's enjoying himself, because as soon as we're married, that will be that. No more practical jokes. Ever.
When you said you sometimes hear Matt, where are you when that happens? In here?
In here, in the nursery, sometimes outside. His voice is always very muffled and very, very faint, so I can never tell where it's coming from or what he's saying. But it's Matt, I'm sure of it.
And you've looked all over for him?
When it became apparent he was missing, we searched everywhere, for hours. We were afraid he'd gone wading and drowned or something, or wandered into the bog, or gotten lost out on the moor. But we found no footprints, no clothes lying around, nothing. So when I heard his voice, it dawned on me he was playing one of his outlandish pranks. I was furious with him, but truth be told, it was also a bit of a relief.
When I called Alan Payne, he said that on the day Matt disappeared, you and Matt had a pretty big argument.
I dare say Matt and I have argued about one thing or another every day since we met. That's just how we are together.
Alan said it sounded pretty serious.
Well, Alan was wrong.
I'm gonna go play detective
Hoping
now.
we get the
Good luck.
Leprechaun book now. From Kit. If we can get that, then we can get the other puzzle done, and then we have more puzzles that get unlocked.
I can't just...
How's it going?
Alan Payne told me he overheard you and Matt arguing the day before Matt disappeared. And pretty much right before you walked into that door.
What were you doing talking to Alan Payne?
I thought he might know something that could help us find Matt.
I told you, Matt bailed. He doesn't want to be found. Look, like I said, Alan Payne doesn't really know Matt or me that well, okay? The fact is, he misunderstood what he heard. Matt and I have been friends for more than 12 years. We were just fooling around.
Fooling around? You ended up with a black eye.
I told you that was an accident. I'm clumsy.
What were you two talking about?
I forget. That's how inconsequential it was. Hey, I just remembered. Carla wants me to do the seating chart for the wedding dinner. Like I said, I can't bring myself to tell her there's not going to be a wedding. Anyway, I need to get to work on it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Of course, you could always give it a shot. You just have to figure out where each guest should sit by taking into account their needs and preferences. What do you say?
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent. Just fill it out and bring it back
Okay,
to me when you think
so-
you've got everyone sitting in the right place. Because unless and
so you
until
have
it
to
gets done,
click on it to
afraid
do
I'm
it,
going to be
and then
pretty much incommunicado.
Do it after you get it from him. So with this, I just kind of originally had guessed these first four. All went on the side that had four, and I believe that ends up being right. Are the only people on their side of the table, so the four have to go over there. No guest can sit next to another guest of the same color. So like Jane can't sit next to Henry. When seated next to her groom, Kyler wants her maid of honor to be on the right side for the toast, which is where Nancy gets to be on top. Guest seats will alternate by gender on the long side. Rose and Linda both want to sit next to John. So just kind of put John there and then put Rose on one side and Linda on the other. Kit is between Adam and one of the ladies. Kit. So, Kit is between Adam, so he's here, and then a lady. Red guests are on the short side or short sides of the table. So Henry has to be on this side, Jane has to be on this side. Individuals whose names begin with the same letters cannot sit next to each other. So Richard can't sit next to Rose, which means he has to sit next to Linda, which leaves Taylor here. Adjoining corner seats of the table are the same gender, which we have down. Taylor wants an end chair, so we're just going to move all these guys down. And actually, I think I have these backwards. I think I have to switch these the other way. So that the guys are on the end, and then the girls are on the end this side. And then Heather, Richard, and Jane would like to be seated together. There. So those three, and then her up here. And then I think that's right, but you have to talk to Kit to make sure. Yep, so that's what it is in junior mode. I think it's the same seating in senior mode, just I think you get different clues. Okay, and then this is the leprechaun book I keep talking about, and this goes to the garden where the leprechaun statues are. So the way you figure this out is you match these up with the clovers on their bellies, and then this letter here is which way they face. So first this one is forward, right, back, so you just match them up, and I already have it written down here. So this guy goes this way, that guy goes that way, he faces the back, he stays forward, he faces the right, he faces back, and he faces forward. And then you get all this. You get another doll, another coin, and then these 3 gems. And then we will go put the gems in place, and then I'll show you what they open next time, since we're running out of time. Kit is still there. At one point, Kit and Kyler argue, like I said before. I don't remember exactly when that is, but I know they do at some point. Okay, and then these gems, you just put them lined up with where they go. And then your clue for what order to push them in is here. And you want to push them in rainbow, so red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, kind of like the navy, medium blue, darker blue, and then purple. Or not. Okay, we'll try that again. Guess I don't know the order. Light blue. And this one. Try this one. Oh, there we go. You don't use the darker blue. And then I'll show you what's in there next time. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll have part 4 Monday or Tuesday. I might put a different video Monday, but be sure to check back. For sure by Tuesday I'll have part 4 up. If not, part 5 will be going up Friday or Tuesday. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!